Hey, garage people. Oh, excuse me. So, you're seeing what I'm seeing? Jeez, I got a frog in my throat. I got the tires back, all balanced up. So that's good. Those ones back there are similar. Should be very smooth. I haven't bolted down my strut tower brace yet, but that's just because I just have to gap my new plugs. They are NGK Iridium TR7IXs, replacing the TR5s that I used to have, so 2 steps colder. They are the thread pitch that I need, they're the hex size that I need, they're the iridium that I want, they're the heat range that I want. They are, unfortunately, a projected tip. I've heard maybe that's not so good with nitrous. You want the flush tips that are even with the threads there, and then this electrode's a little bit lower. There's no clearance issues with these, but supposedly they can blow out or something, but I'm going to gap them at 28 thousandths with the feeler gauges here. And I'm not going to ever be running a huge nitrous shot, maybe 150 at the very highest, but at first more like 35 or 40. So I'm not too worried. I know people have used these before, but you know, I'm gonna, that's the last, not the last concern to me, but it's pretty low on the list. So I need plugs that work regardless. So I'll use those and they will work. It is late at night on Friday, and I'm gonna mount these tires, gap these plugs, and get them in tonight because I'm not gonna be able to work on this thing this weekend, and I really want to hear it run. So we're gonna get it making noise tonight just to satisfy me, and then after the snow melts and I can break it in a little bit, I got my little Excel sheet, Excel Richmond gear sheet here for new ring and pinion gear sets, and I'm going to follow along with the break-in period on that. And to do that, it needs to be driven, so I'm going to wait for the snow to melt, and then we'll do that. So that being said, I'm very anxious to hear how it sounds. You can see I got the T-tops out of storage and put those back on. The windows are rolled up. She's a whole car. Just needs the wheels and the plugs. So I'm going to sit down and gap these out and get them installed, and we're going to do that. And I'll come back to you when everything is set and installed, and we'll see if this baby makes some noise. Yee-yee! All right, ladies and gents, it is even later. Managed to get everything done and then come back down here and put the final pieces together for this car to make some noise. Wheels and tires are on, sway bars and everything are all tight. Obviously we tested the fuel pressure yesterday, got oil pressure, everything's good, no leaks. And I finally got all the plugs in, all 4 on this side and all 4 on that side as well. They all go in from the top except for number 8, which goes in from the bottom. It's the only way to reach it. And you can just see a little bit there. I put some heat wrap on that wire as well. It is definitely not touching the header by any means, but a little extra air gap is always good. Yeah, everything's in. So I am gonna go get the girlfriend and put you guys on the stand, and we will try to see if this bad girl will make a little noise for us here. So yeah, be right back. Fun stuff. All right, everything's connected. I'm gonna put this here just so I can close this so the buzzer will stop. Cycle the fuel pump. Once. Twice. All right, cross your fingers. gonna need a tune though. Whoa, maybe it needs a little bit of gas. Pressure at idle, 63.5-ish pressure of PSI of fuel. We're right on the money. She's running real rich right now. In speed density tune. You can tell it took a little hot sec to fire up there with all the new stuff. It's not using the MAF sensor right now or the O2s, but it's enough to drive. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit more. A little hot restart. And I'm going to do an idle video with the cutout open too, just for kicks. So, yeah. Be right back at you. So, yep. There you go, garage people. She makes noise. Everything works. Oh, man. It came up to temp real nice. I burped the radiator. Everything seemed to go pretty well. We'll tell for sure once I take it out for a cruise and make sure there's no bubbles in it. But, seemed to be good. It's definitely going to drive a little bit rough on that speed density tune just because the engine is just all over the place with fuel needs. The AFRs were going from it smells rich in here, and they were going from as rich as like 10s up to like swinging up to 20 and then back down to 10. So they were across the whole board. And 22 is free air, so yeah, it was just all over the place. So it's you can't really gain anything from it right now. But it does run. It doesn't leak, and it's gonna be enough to dyno tune, and it sounds awesome. I can't wait to have that cam tuned and running smooth and pulling hard through the RPMs, especially with that cutout open. It's just ridiculous. All right, people. I am very happy. Next time you see this thing will be me road testing it and then changing the fluids. And then soon after, it's getting into Todd's hands and he's going to work his magic on it at Doug Rippey Motorsports. So, I don't know when that next video will be. We got to wait for some snow to melt, and I've got a few things on the list to do. But within the next few weeks, we'll be coming back at you. And before too long, we will get a dyno test and see how much power this thing makes. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Come back soon.